It's about optimizing what Dashers want. 80% of Dashers work fewer than 5 hours a week. And when you look at their behavior as well as what they tell us, they want the kind of flexibility that frankly does not exist in any traditional job.
By design, gig apps are supposed to be a source of income that we work our way on our time. We don't work for these apps. They're supposed to be mutually beneficial between us, the customers, and the company. So, my question is, if we have to achieve this to possibly get this, how is that flexibility? And more importantly, who asked for it? Because it damn sure wasn't us. Not everything that Tony Xu said in the opening clip was a lie. However, it's what he didn't say that speaks volumes. Now, this video is not going to turn into some spreadsheet full of numbers, but since DoorDash won't paint the full picture, I will. What Tony failed to mention is that 49% of drivers say that they do gig work because they can work when they choose to, and a whopping 58% say that they do it to help bridge the gap in their income. To give you a little more context on the audio clip you heard at the beginning of this video, Tony was asked what makes DoorDash drivers actual independent contractors, and to summarize his response, he said that we enjoy flexibility that you just don't get anywhere else. Alright, now I'm going to put up the definition of gaslighting, and I will let you decide if Tony was doing just that. Since I haven't made it clear what this video is about, this is the perfect opportunity to do just that. This video is about how DoorDash wants to treat us like pseudo-employees and how far too many drivers just eat it up. To give you just one more example of Tony's gaslighting, when Harry from the Rideshare Guy interviewed Tony, Tony told Harry that he introduced Earn by Time because drivers were asking for more consistent earnings. I'm sure that had absolutely nothing to do with getting no-tip orders delivered, Tony. Come on, we're not stupid. When has DoorDash ever given a fuck about our pay? But we're going to come back to pay a little later in the video. When you're applying for a W-2 job and you have multiple offers on the table, what are some of the deciding factors? For example, maybe one of them might have a fantastic health plan while the other has very generous paid time off. But what does DoorDash have? They have no monetary value. They have status symbols and badges. It's all an illusion. Now, for those of you who are inevitably going to jump in the comments section and say that your high acceptance rate gets you higher paying orders, let me be the first to say I'm happy for you. However, I'd also like to point out that I am almost always in the single digits with my acceptance rate, and these are offers that I've received recently. It is perfectly acceptable for a W-2 employer to expect you to do every job you're assigned, because, after all, you're either getting an hourly rate or you're getting a salary. So, if you fail to do those duties, you absolutely could get fired, and rightfully so. However, independent contractors are an entirely different beast. In theory, we could say no 100% of the time, and technically shouldn't face any repercussions. The only negative to it would be you would have an incredibly depressing paycheck. So, why does the word requirement even enter the equation when we're talking about something that is supposed to be an independent contractor opportunity? The entire premise is that we either take the fucking order or we don't. If you agree with me, press the like button and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. DoorDash is a very easy gig for those who are willing to be fake employees. However, for those of us who actually treat this like an independent contractor opportunity, we're slowly being forced out. Let me ask you this. Does that sound like you're an independent contractor or somebody who's on the chopping block? Are you a benefit to DoorDash or are they a benefit to you? It's my opinion that that's a pendulum that can easily swing in the wrong direction if you allow it to. Flexibility isn't for the companies. It's for us, and let's be honest, they've oversaturated almost every market to the point where they shouldn't have to bully or manipulate us to get these orders delivered. A business person is never going to look at an opportunity that's going to lose the money and do it anyway. Why should we be any different? And furthermore, why should we be punished for making wise financial decisions? Think about how many apps you're activated on. Out of those apps, how many of them can you go online whenever you choose to? Probably all but one. With that in mind, Could you walk into a traditional employer on your day off and expect to earn money without permission? In most cases, probably not. Do you see the similarity? I want you to think about DoorDash's overhead. What do they pay for? Maybe a marketing team, support agents, basically the overhead necessary for running the company. But it's what they don't pay for that I want to talk about. They don't pay for the vehicles that are running their orders back and forth. They definitely don't pay for the gas going into those cars. They don't pay for the maintenance, and they damn sure don't pay an hourly rate. So, why should they have any say when we choose to use our own personal vehicles? It costs them nothing. The point I'm trying to drive home is DoorDash is looking for pseudo-employees. They want the people that either don't know or don't care that they're losing money. They want a W-2 mindset with a 1099 paycheck. Frankly, I don't care if they try to punish me for not playing the game their way. Because if I did, I'd lose money. Sure, there probably are drivers out there that legitimately do this for fun. But I'd be willing to bet that nobody would be willing to lose money to do it. I would like you to think about how much your grocery bill has gone up over the last 2 years. Now think about the gas prices. One area that we do differ from traditional jobs is a W-2 almost always tends to trend upwards in pay. Has that happened with our pay? About 6 months ago, almost every market got hit with a major reduction to base pay. In my area, it was a 27% drop in pay. Now, couple that with the fact that customers just aren't tipping as well as they used to, and DoorDash is bundling anything that they can to save a buck. Literally. I want to paint a picture for you. Let's say you're a full-time driver and you were making $1,000 a week on DoorDash, or for simplicity, $4,000 a month. Let's assume that you took a 27% reduction in pay. Do you know how much money you just lost every month? $1,080. That is not a small number. All right, if it wasn't bad enough that our pay was dropped that substantially, in some cases, we're now being asked to deliver 8 out of 10 orders that come our way, just for the possibility that we might be able to dash now. My question for you is that flexibility, or is that greed and manipulation? If we're having to jump through that many hoops with ever-decreasing pay, that's not flexibility, is it? I would like you to think back to what Tony said at the beginning of this video. Do his actions match his words? I want to be clear. I do think that we can coexist in a predatory system if you set yourself up for success, because DoorDash definitely won't do it for you. From time to time, I'll get a shitty comment saying something like, if I hate DoorDash so much, then why don't I quit? I'm not loyal to any one app, and you shouldn't be either. I don't care where the money comes from, as long as it's worth my time. Have you ever heard the phrase, don't hate the player, hate the game? In this specific case, I do hate the game, but I play it very well. To be clear, I'm not a dasher. I'm a driver that looks for opportunities. And you should be too. We can be on DoorDash, but not fall victim to the manipulation tactics. Having said that, they will keep making things harder for those of us who don't play the game their way. So, always adapt your strategy. Basically, think for yourself and use your own brain. DoorDash should be a tool, not the tool. Don't be DoorDash's bitch. All right, guys, I'm going to wrap it up here before I get myself worked up even further. If you haven't done so yet, please do consider pressing the like button and subscribing to my channel. My name is Zach. Take care.